I don't think there's a Coast Guard station in America with a view like this. This series follows the men and women of the U.S. Coast Guard, doing the kind of work most of us hope we never need, but we're grateful for when these folks show up. Real rescues, real weather, real stakes. These are real people who show up for strangers in some of the toughest conditions imaginable, for people they've never met. And we're bringing it to the Roker Entertainment YouTube channel. And I am so glad you're watching with us.
As summer heats up, the Coast Guard responds to emergencies across the Sunshine State.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
In Miami, the team rushes to the scene of a raging boat fire.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
In Key West, fun in the sun turns into bloody waters when a man fishing is struck by his boat's propeller.
How much blood do you think you lost?
And on the Gulf Coast, when two scuba divers are swept away by fierce currents, it's up to the Coast Guard to find them.
We're scanning the water for something about the size of a basketball floating in the ocean.
The Florida Peninsula, a hotbed for Mother Nature's fury. Here, every day, the brave men and women of the Coast Guard's busiest boat and air stations vigilantly patrol nearly 2 million square miles of turbulent waters, protecting the public from the dangerous elements and preventing foreign threats and illegal drugs from reaching our shores. America's southern waters are protected by Coast Guard Florida.
You guys need to get out of my way. All right, take off forward, take off forward. One's clear. One's clear. Watch your ears. My name is Victor Ramirez. I'm a BM3, coxswain with the U.S. Coast Guard. We got the call about the vessel on fire. We heard that there was nobody on board. So the vessel was on fire. It was by Matheson Hammocks. We started heading south.
A lot of times that we get cases like this, Custom will call in with a TOI. It'd still be kind of like a decoy, you know? Of course. To notice how they call. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially with this, a big boat with nobody on it.
Go ahead for 75.
That's fire.
Full speed? Yeah.
What is that, fastest monster?
Yeah, Cito. Once we got closer, we saw the flames coming out of the boat, and we started getting the P6 pump ready. That way, once we got on scene, the P6 pump was ready to fight the fire. Give me that strap, give me that strap. Come on, let's go, Jeremy, pump it, Jeremy, pump it. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, that's fuel. That's fuel right there.
I'm gonna approach it from the east side.
Okay.
We can hit it from there.
Over there, over there.
As we got closer to the boat that was on fire, we noticed the towboat was the only asset that was on scene at that time, and they were trying to put the fire out the best they could. It was obviously out of control.
Wow. Oh, it's getting bigger right now. Wow, dude.
We assessed the situation, and by that time, the fire had reached the fuel tanks and the diesel started burning. There was a couple of explosions. Fire started going on the water. By that time, it was just let it go. It was too dangerous to approach the vessel. There was fuel all over the place.
Towboat US, this is Coast Guard small boat. Guys, go ahead and back out. It's getting a little dangerous there. Go ahead and back out.
We were told to stand security, so we made sure nobody got close, everybody was safe.
Hey, let me go talk to the owner real quick. Give me the BO kit so we can go. How's it going, guys? Once we started doing the security zone for the vessel, we noticed that the owner of the vessel was on a boat nearby. I was the boarding officer. When I went on board the vessel, I was trying to get the story straight, see what happened, who was on board, and if everybody was safe. So what happened?
It was running all day.
Right.
Coming up the bay, came in through Government Cut. One of the motors started to go down, and I thought we were starving on fuel. So pulled back on the throttles, you know, before the motor died. And as it died, as I leaned down to turn the ignition off, you could smell the smoke.
That's probably the best thing you did.
I looked inside, and there was so much smoke. I said, how was it?
Okay.
There's a fire in the engine room. So,
Right.
But as we shut it down,
Yeah.
we heard like a poof. Who knows what it was.
The vessel, when it was on fire, it was drifting towards shoal waters inside Biscayne Bay. And at one point, it looked like it ran aground because it wasn't moving in any further. So it started completely burning down up to the water line.
Yeah, that's it. Right there it goes.
Which was six?
We got fuel in the water now.
Just let it burn, yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
Hey, Cito's gonna come alongside real quick.
I mean, we'd like to do it, and we're ready, standing by. We can be here at the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Try to minimize the environmental impact.
Yeah.
We talked to Towboat US, which the owner hired to salvage what is now the wreck. And Towboat went out there, put some lights on it, made sure it's not a hazard to navigation. He's gonna stay with that boat. Case closed.
All right, there you go.
Make like a circle or like a smiley face like you were talking about.
My name is Omar Castro. I'm a boat system mate, second class. My normal job is at the station, Miami Beach, doing search and rescue, law enforcement. I drive the boats and I operate on the boat, so that's my world. You ready, Ramirez? All right. Being a firearms instructor for the Coast Guard, I took it as an additional responsibility, additional job, so I can help out the unit, and I love the job. All right, shooters, on the command's fire whistle, utilizing your strong side high barricade, draw your weapon, fire 6 rounds. Transition to your reaction side high barricade, fire 6 rounds, 12 rounds, 30 seconds, ready? Because our station is so up-tempo, it's very crucial for each and every one of the crew members to understand how to use that weapon. Because if at any point, and if we have had the cases, you need to use that weapon, you need to be very proficient. Go ahead and load up 20 rounds. All right, shooters, pick up your weapon. Make sure your eyes and ears are in place. Place your weapon on safe and go down to pro position. On the command's fire whistle. Fire 2 left, 2 right. Conduct the magazine change. 1 left, 1 right. Ready? When we go out there, we don't only give violations, we don't only give warnings and stop people and terminate a voyage, but we also encounter other surprises. So when it comes to my shipmates and them being able to operate out there, you know, it's very crucial. All right, shooters, bring your actions to the rear. Place your weapon on safe. Range is cold.
On both my previous cases involving someone being hit by propeller, neither victim made it. How much blood do you think you lost?
Coast Guard. I got divers in the water, just been scouring everywhere looking, pretty worried about it.
Man, that current's ripping through there, so they could have came up, what, 5-6 miles away.
the double ups too.
Yeah.
I'll give my guy a position for him, and then he's going to try and make his way into Jewfish Basin. There's a boat up in the back country. Apparently there was somebody in the water, and their left leg was hit by the prop.
It's like right in here.
With any kind of prop injury, it's usually been a pretty deep cut. The most concern we have right now is arterial bleeding.
Yeah. And the backboard.
BM2 Sites, this HQS. I've been in coxswain in the Coast Guard for 6 years. What was going through my head was, how deep are the cuts? Did it strike a major artery? I've been on a couple calls involving someone being hit by propeller. Most of them are never good. On both my previous cases, neither victim made it.
Coast Guard Sector Key West, whether you can proceed to the north side of the basin, towards the Gulf, and we'll speed up our ETA.
It's semi under control. If it's under control, we can leave whatever's on there as far as bandages go.
I'm BM2 Lekich. Today I was the primary medical person. Since it was a leg injury, there's a lot of arteries, a lot of veins, a lot of meaty tissue that could be injured, and makes it very possible for somebody to bleed out. It's a very big concern.
At Station Key West, we normally get 200 to 250 SAR cases a year, so there's lots of inherent danger with recreational water sports in Key West.
It was pretty deep.
How much blood do you think you lost?
He lost a good amount. Enough, yeah. He was gushing should be pretty good.
Yeah, look, all that's all in the back.
Yep.
So what happened?
We were in the water, and we would grab onto the buoy line in the back, and tow us up, and then we would float and turn it back down. Okay. This time, I just got, apparently the blade was still running, I just bit.
Events like this do happen because we're such a touristy location. A lot of inexperienced boaters will come down. It's a common mistake to not know what the engine's doing while you're trying to get aboard.
All right, we're gonna put a bandage around. This is gonna help hold that towel down. We're not gonna remove the towel, we're just adding to it. Right. This might hurt a little bit because you're gonna get moved around a little bit. Just let me know what, how your pain is.
They already had control over the bleeding, so my biggest concern right now is to make sure that we don't make anything worse by removing bandages. So the decision was made to just leave that on and wrap it up further.
Just a little bit right there. Slide in, Jim. All right, and down. Jim, you can. There you go. Gotta go.
Luckily today it was pretty calm seas, probably 1 foot. It's just dangerous when it gets rough and we're trying to transfer someone over on a backboard. We need to make sure that the distance between the two vessels never gets too far away.
Right and down, easy.
All right?
Yes, sir. Good. All right. One of us can ride with them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Depending on how the victim is, determines whether we need a smoother ride and slower speed, or even a bumpier ride and faster speed. If it's lacerations to the leg and we need to immobilize and slow down the bleeding, then we want to take it a little slower and allow the pressure to be on the wound good to be able to give good care.
Hey, I'm gonna have them more right here.
So all they've done is stop the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding. They may have given it some oxygen. I think I hear the sirens. Yep. All right, boat's coming back in. They're coming back in hot.
Oars over!
1, 2, 3, up. Got it.
He's out.
Good, good. You good?
Very good. Yep. We're gonna put my hands. Thanks. Hey, Coast Guard. Thank you.
My name is Ryan Mullins. My first thought whenever I saw the Coast Guard boat was that I'm the most incredibly lucky person on the planet. I'm personally indebted, and my family will forever be indebted to them.
It's cool.
If the Coast Guard didn't show up, I have really no idea what would have happened. If they had not been able to be there that quickly and get me back, I don't know that I'd be sitting here.
Was this like a commercial venture, or is it?
No, recreational. Yeah,
okay.
recreational. Out fishing, boat accidentally got kicked into gear. Big current out there, so he just kind of got dragged underneath, and prop just nailed him.
It happens.
Yep.
So accidents.
It's a good feeling to get somebody back safe. I personally like running search and rescue missions the most. I joined the Coast Guard to help people.
Clean him out real good and stitch him up. So,
okay.
He's going to the hospital. He's not being flown out to Miami.
Okay, all right.
All right, thank you guys.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Yeah. Happy ending to a good case. If it would have been any deeper, a good chance he would have got that hit in the artery, and he wouldn't have been in such a good mood when he got back here. But lucky for him, he wasn't, and it was a successful evolution.
Mark. 9 o'clock. 2 people in the water.
Does it appear that both people are alive? Over.
We don't know if they are injured. There's a lot of things that could have happened to them.
7.
See some butterflies? BM2 sites in the operations department at Station Key West. Today I was with my beautiful wife, Gracie, and my son, Samuel. I decided to come to the Butterfly Museum to check out the butterflies.
Are we here to see the butterfly? We are. I got my butterfly earrings on. Oh, that's perfect. And bracelet, I'm ready. I am Fireman Lujan, and I work in the supply office at Sector Key West. Thanks for coming back. Happy landings. Good luck. Thank you. When I was 8 years old, my grandpa passed away, and on my birthday that year, I had a butterfly come and land on my shoulder, and to me, it was my grandpa coming back and saying happy birthday to me. So I've always had a thing for butterflies ever since.
Oh, that one's cooler.
Yeah.
Being a new father in the Coast Guard can be kind of tough sometimes. Staying up late nights and having to go to work in the morning, being tired. You have to take that into account when you go into work. But it's awesome. I wouldn't change anything for the world. I stayed up all night last night because he's teething.
Remember we took a picture on that last time? With my big pregnant belly?
Yep.
Raising a family and both spouses being in the Coast Guard is tough. My husband and I have a lot of time apart. I'm basically a single mom for 15 days. You see that blue one up there, the blue black, and it's got a green head?
Yep, the red stripe down.
Yeah. When I have duty, I'm gone for 24 plus hours, and John is Mr. Mom. He wakes up with him, he feeds him, he changes his diapers. When they come, Samuel's clean, happy, fed. John is amazing.
The house is clean.
The house is clean.
We actually had a SAR call today. The guy got hit by a prop.
Really? When my husband's out underway, his safety is always on the back of my mind. When he's out, doing patrols or chasing a go fast or whatever, anything can happen, really. So it's always in the back of my mind, and any wife's mind, whose husband does that job. We've got a birthday coming up.
You have to come home safe to continue caring for your family, but on the other hand, you're going out to rescue someone's family. So there's a balance you have to have. Be willing to go and make sure you come back. Was that fun, Samuel? Was that fun?
Coast Guard, request assistance. I got divers in the water. They've been in since 9:45, kicked up out here, and I'm still hunting around trying to find them.
Vessel requesting assistance. This is Coast Guard Sector Miami. So how many divers are in the water?
I got 2 divers in the water, probably about 15 miles northeast of Sebastian Inlet. And I know there's a lot of current. They've just been scouring everywhere looking, pretty worried about it. One of them's my son.
Be advised at this time we have one of our Coast Guard units en route.
I sure appreciate it.
All right, 6024 Clearwater Air. Can you give me an update on the case, please? When I came in today, I was briefed on a search and rescue case about 2 missing divers. It's in the vicinity of Vero Beach on the East Coast, about an hour transit. Turns out they drifted away while they were underwater, so they've been floating out there for about 5 hours.
We launched Station Fort Pierce with their 45-foot response vessel.
They're sending surface assets from Fort Pierce, and they've also requested that we send a 60 from Air Station Clearwater.
Sector Miami Rescue 6024. En route to Vero Beach.
We're looking good on airspace here, right?
Yeah, we're totally as clear as it could possibly be going to the East Coast.
So just to summarize, we're supposed to come up at 10:30 to add an hour's worth of air?
Yeah, hours plus reserve.
AST-3 Jacob Warner at Air Station Clearwater. Dive accidents are fairly common. There's a lot of things that could have happened to them, and we don't know if they are injured.
Also request to know if you found out where the nearest dive chamber is in case we find these guys bent.
Being bent's when you don't release enough residual nitrogen out of your system on the way up. It's just a dive emergency that can have potential of being lethal.
En route to Vero Beach.
We were out on a training flight, and then we got a call from sector that we were being diverted over to the east coast of Florida near Vero Beach. We were advised that there would be some small boats on scene also searching for 2 divers who were missing.
So just to summarize, we're supposed to come up at 10:30 to add an hour's worth of air?
Yeah, hours plus reserve.
Dive accidents are fairly common. There's a lot of things that could have happened to them, and we don't know if they are injured.
Also request to know if you found out where the nearest dive chamber is in case we find these guys bent.
Getting bent's when you don't release enough residual nitrogen out of your system on a decompression stop. So a lot of times, missing divers, they've had to skip certain steps in their dive to get to the surface. That's what we're concerned of right now.
If they're 10 miles offshore, it may be far enough where they got caught in that Gulf Stream a little bit.
Yeah.
And if so, man, that current's ripping through there. So they could have came up 5, 6 miles away. Yep.
We were talking about what the concerns might be, just the fact that they might reach a level of fatigue where they weren't able to just continue to stay afloat.
What are you showing for winds up there, sir? 060, they're calling 14 knots.
The winds were a little bit stronger than we expected, and swells of about 5 to 10 feet, so a little bit more significant weather conditions than we expected.
Are these guys diving off a boat? Yep.
The winds were about 20 knots out of the east. Anytime you got decent winds, you get white caps. It makes searching a little bit more difficult.
We're in the search area, sir. Affirmative. That looks like the Coast Guard boat out there till our 9 o'clock. Yep.
Right now, we're scanning the water for something about the size of a basketball floating in the ocean, so it's pretty tough.
They're both wearing gray and black wetsuits with gray and black tanks. Black and gray, hard one to pick out. At least it's not like blue camo. Yeah, that's what I wear. Is it really what you do wear? It's impossible to find that.
Pretty standard for people spearfishing is like blue camo, stuff that's really hard to see. I guess it helps when you're catching fish, but it makes it more difficult to spot from the air.
Went out at 200 feet.
What they were diving on out here? Probably a wreck. Which way are we creeping? Left or right? Left, I think. To the left, yeah. Northbound. Boat out there, 11 o'clock. Imagine them leaving their buddies when they didn't come up.
There's a lot of things that could have happened to them. Hypothermia is still a concern. It's not quite like the boys up in Kodiak, Alaska and Sitka, where life expectancy is really short once you hit the water, but it doesn't mean that your core body temperature doesn't drop. You could become hypothermic over just the course of maybe 5 or 6 hours.
634 from Rescue 24.
Yeah, Roger, good copy. We're diverted from our search pattern to Clear Easy reporting source.
Mark. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 2 people in the water. They're coming to your 6. I got them 3 o'clock or 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah, 2:30, 3 o'clock. About, it's like 200 yards.
I just saw a black blob in the water and their inflatable dive flag, probably about 300 to 400 yards away from the helicopter.
Keep eyes on them. Yeah, stand by 1. Looks like we got these guys in sight.
Good eyes, Jake.
It was about the third leg in a search pattern that we actually found them. They did have a flotation device with them, and they were just floating right there on their backs.
6024 has 2 people in the water in sight. Coming up to a hover, terminating at 80 feet.
We don't know if they're bent yet or not. If they were down, I think we should at least see if they're bent.
Yeah, so you want to go down and talk to them?
Yes, sir. How you feel about a free fall if you swim up and evaluate them, and I'll get up on the radio and talk to you.
You know, we got a little bit of seas here. Let's do a harness deployment.
Okay, harness deployment it is.
We don't know if they are injured. We're deciding to harness me down, and I'm going to swim up and evaluate them.
Does it appear that both people are alive? Over.
That's affirmative. Both of them are alive.
At that point, we're either going to hoist them and take them to a dive chamber. If they're not bent, then we're going to see how long it'll take for the small boat to get on scene.
The 45-footer right now, probably about a mile away, west, southwest bound our position. Should be able to make it here pretty quick. We're going to put the swimmer down right now and make sure these guys aren't bent.
Swimmer's ready. Roger, has target in sight. Load checking swimmer. Somebody ring the hoist. Swimmer's going down. Swimmer's going down. Swimmer is 75 feet on water. Swimmer's in the water. Swimmer's away. Swimmer's okay. Swimmer is at your 2 to 3 o'clock.
As I swam up to them, the first thing I did, I backed off from about 5 foot and introduced myself. Just like to make eye contact, so I always try to be as confident as possible. Sometimes I crack a joke when I swim up to people. Might ask them, who ordered the pizza or something like that.
And they appear to be conscious, and see what Jake says about injuries. 6024, rescue swimmer. Both divers appear to be in good shape. They don't have any diving emergencies.
They weren't bent, according to their dive computers. They did everything right, they just came up too far away from the boat. These guys did have on wetsuits. They were still shivering when I got to them. They were cold and ready to get out of the water.
Wondered what the distance was from the small boat. Maybe we can vector them in. Yeah, we'll get the small boat around.
Small boat's on its way in right now. They'll be here before we can even pull you out of the water.
Chose not to hoist them because they had so much gear with them. They had spear guns, they had dive tanks, they had dive weights.
Roger that, 2-4. I'll stay with the 2 divers until the small boat gets here, if that's okay. Yeah, sounds good.
In this situation, they didn't need any medical assistance. They didn't need to be immediately transported to a hospital or a dive chamber. So the best decision, we thought, was to have a small boat pick them up.
He's going to be on board here in a second, so.
We'll let Jake get him safe on board, and then you plan on doing a harness recovery of him.
So at this point, I'm holding both survivors together. Plan on just swimming them to the boat, the 45. It has a really nice low platform to be able to crawl up onto.
Rescue 6024. They have both divers and all their gear on board. Swimmer is standing by for pickup.
Roger, let's wait for the boats to move out a little bit. They got him in sight still.
The dive boat that they had come off of was still out there searching for them, and the small boat took the 2 divers on board and returned them to that vessel.
And 2-4, rescue swimmer, do you have a visual on me?
Got him.
I'm going to take the bear hook in the water. All right, Roger.
Right, from 40 feet, this would be a harness recovery of the rescue swimmer. Roger, have target in sight. Swimmer is at the sling. Have ready for pickup. Swimmer's clear of the water, clear back and left.
634.
Swimmer's 5 feet below the cabin.
5617 for eradication.
Swimmer's in the cabin, hoist complete. Under hoist complete. Coming up to 80 feet. Cabin doors closed.
All right, I'm back up.
Jake, good eyes, brother. Jake Warner, Sarge Dog.
Yeah, baby.
I need to fly with you more often, man. I'm fine.
They were spearfishing, one of my favorite hobbies. It's pretty easy when you're spearfishing. Sometimes you chase a fish and you're not exactly paying attention to exactly where you are in relation to your boat.
They said that they just up and they were away from the boat and the current started taking them. But
it's kind of interesting. A week ago, I was doing the same exact thing they were doing. So it's kind of cool to be able to, on this Friday, instead of spearfishing, was able to help 2 fellow spearfishermen out.
yeah, that was his dad on the boat.
Oh, okay. Having to explain that one to Mom.
Oh, yeah, it's even worse.
That would not go well.
Don't tell Mom.
It was a great duty day, a little long of a duty day, especially on a Friday. 3 o'clock rolls around, you're ready to get out of here.
All right. Congrats again on finding those guys.
Yeah, it was smooth. Good case, brother. But it was a very rewarding Friday, and the whole crew's pretty stoked. So now I just plan on going and enjoying my weekend. Me, I'm going fishing.
been reports of a marijuana field, and our mission today is just to get some samples and burn the field.
You guys, if you see it, if we're on top of it, call mark, and you can vector me towards it if we're not on top of it. All right, we're looking.
Just not sure what these plants will look like from up here.
So going out there, your stuff will stay a lot drier if you stay on this side of the boat because we got a south wind coming in. AST-3, Jacob Warner, at Air Station Clearwater. We just got off work a little bit earlier today, and so this is going to be our little afternoon PT session.
That guy was doing good. 3 girls, 1 dude.
Petty Officer 3rd Class, Andrew Ruga. Beautiful day here in Florida. We're gonna go diving, hopefully spear some fish.
It says we're 10 minutes out. So
nice.
The water looks pretty good right here. Look at all that bait. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, dude. We just got out to Veterans Reef out here, and we're about 11 miles west of Clearwater Beach. Some big fish down there, man.
Probably 40 feet of water here. Hopefully we'll see everything there is to see down there. There's a couple pilings, a barge, and hopefully tons of fish.
Florida is a wonderful place to be stationed. You know, it's endless out here what you can do. Fishing, spear fishing, or just hanging out, you know, on the beaches and stuff. It's a great backyard to have. You know, when you're out here enjoying nature, you also got to be careful. We try to be as safe as possible. You know, the ocean doesn't forgive, not even once. Just the other day, we rescued 2 divers. So that's in the back of my mind. We're out here diving, out here spearfishing, doing the same exact thing they were doing. In the Coast Guard, it's our job to be ready to go at a moment's notice and be able to help people that do get caught up out here in the ocean. And it's the Coast Guard's responsibility to be able to come out here and give them that second chance, you know, fight for them a little bit, be in their corner.
So we got a 3-foot barracuda, 16-inch hogfish.
Nice Spanish mackerel. Lost 1 amberjack. Some nice turtles down there, huge manta ray, great dive.
A great day for being out on the boat, better day for a boat ride back home.
When we're out here enjoying this wonderful backyard that we have here in Florida, you have to really make safety number 1, because without making safety number 1, you might not get to come back out and do it again.
You guys ready for a quick brief? Get everyone? Okay, cool. We'll go straight to the reported field. Weather is really the only concern today, as we have some thunderstorms in the area. I'm comfortable with it as long as you guys are. We'll continue on. My name is Lieutenant Brian Hoyt, Aircraft Commander in AWTEC. There's been reports of a marijuana field in the vicinity of North Andros. Our mission today is just to relocate the field, bring some agents to possibly drop them off or hoist them down into the field, get some samples, and burn the field. Cool, guys.
Good to go, man. Guys, if you see it, if we're on top of it, call mark, and you can vector me towards it if we're not on top of it. All right, we're looking.
I'm AMT-3 Dave McPeters. I'm a flight mechanic here at Air Station Clearwater. We took off from the airport and headed north, along with some agents from Bahamian DEU and American DEA, in search of our marijuana field.
Anything for you? 3 o'clock now, low out the door. 2 miles away from where this is. I don't see nothing up there. No?
Just not sure what these plants will look like from up here. The wood camp was pretty obvious. It's off the open view. A little wood structure.
We didn't have an exact location for the field, so we kind of just orbited and vectored around the area.
Is that something down there at 11 o'clock low? Yeah, it's like a pin. Right here down the left side, guys. Is this it? I'm going to turn and bring it down the right side, guys. All right, take another approach at this thing here. 1,000 yards. Got a good feeling about this. All right, coming up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. There's a little wood structure and there's like a little farmer's field. It's kind of a square.
Yeah, that's our field.
All right, so can we mark this position? Got it.
Money. If you could come back so I can take some photos.
I'll fly by it again. I knew I had a good feeling about that.
We work for OPBAT, which is Operation Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and the OPBAT office in Nassau is working with the DEA and the Bahamian DEU, and they'll gather intelligence, and when they get something together in terms of whether it be drug smuggling, a go-fast boat, or something like a marijuana field, they'll pass it along to us, and we kind of just give the agents a ride to go do their thing.
All right, you guys see it now? 2 o'clock? 200 yards out.
Yeah, that's one.
All right. Underneath that is where the weed is?
No, that's the living quarters. And then they do the field out from it.
Okay. You'll go check that one out? Oh, there's like a little cut-off area right there. Look at that. Is that a field? Possible field right there?
Yeah, that's the one we came to. We got to root this up now.
All right. Oh, we haven't seen any people. So I know you guys want to look for that.
No resistance, nobody there. They very well might have gotten word that, we were coming and vacated the area. However, the structure looked old and burned, almost as if somebody was trying to cover their tracks.
I'll continue to orbit right, so you can see if you see anything worth looking at.
When we got to the marijuana field, we did a couple reconnaissance passes and just looked to make sure that was all the fields that were in the area, and just make sure there's no people that could be a danger to our crew on the ground. And when we did that and knew it was safe to come down to a hover, we just looked for a safe place to drop the agents off.
What do you guys think about LZ? No? What do you think, Dave? Where do you want to get? Where's the closest place we can get close to them? Let me get in the door here and have a look. What's on the ground? Is that rocks, it looks like? If we come back and left, it looks pretty good. Look at these rocks. Anything about these rocks on here look pretty sharp. I don't know. It's tough to tell. These rocks will cut the tires. I think hoisting is probably going to be the easiest option. I mean, we're not going to run any risk of cutting a tire. We can just put them straight down. So you want to do that, Matt? Want to hoist them down? I'm fine with that. You guys good to get hoisted down?
Yeah, I think it's best to hoist because these rocks are very sharp.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. All right.
Due to the coral rocks that were on the ground, we determined that putting the helicopter tires on that would run more of a risk of puncturing a tire or cutting a tread. So we decided that hoisting the agents was going to be the best option.
And hoist hook's connected to the basket. Who's going first? Agent is inside the basket. The rescue checklist complete. Ready for one basket delivery of the agent to the ground. Roger. Basket's outside the door. Basket's going down. Basket's below the aircraft. Basket's on deck. Agent is exiting the basket. Basket's coming up.
Completed 3 more basket hoists of the agents so they could go ahead and eradicate the field.
All right, you guys see it now? 2 o'clock? 200 yards out.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
There's been a report of a marijuana field in the vicinity of North Andros. Our mission today is just to bring some agents to hoist them down into the field, get some samples, and burn the field.
So we're just going to orbit while they're down there, I'm thinking. Oh, can I orbit? You got it. Flight controls. You have the controls. All right, man, am I clear back? Yes, sir. You're clear back as far as you want to go.
Once the agents got on the ground, we orbited, so we watched from the air. We saw them pretty much checked out the wooden structure and the fields to get an idea of what they had down there.
Got him in sight over there?
Yeah, he's got him in sight.
There was an A-frame tent structure in the center, and then 4 individual plots around that A-frame. 2 of the plots were pretty heavily seeded and growing plants, and the other 2 were pretty juvenile, I guess. They were still growing, but the agents eradicated all 4 of them.
They came around and piled them as much as possible so it wouldn't be having to go around and light every plant individually. So I think that was mostly just everybody gathering, piling, and then lighting it all at one time.
All right, smell it. They burn it? Yeah, there's a little fire. I don't think there's that much there to burn, but which way's the smoke going? We're not getting anywhere near the smoke, are we?
Yeah, I can smell it.
I mean, You're gonna smell it, but I don't even see much smoke right now.
We saw the smoke, and obviously we just avoid the smoke as much as possible. We were up high enough and far enough away where we wouldn't be in direct contact with any of the effects of the smoke at all. But that is a concern, and we made sure we stayed away from it at all times.
I think it smells disgusting.
These dudes are gonna be baked when they get back in here.
We just circled and let them work. I think they were on the ground for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I told them, I passed through already to see how much time we had left before we had to return home. Luckily, they finished up burning all the fields and taking the sample right about the same time. And so we came back down.
Ready for 4 basket recoveries of the agents on the ground. Roger, do you have the first agent in sight? Agents are in sight.
They came around and hoisted all 4 of them up.
Basket's coming up, and he has a large bundle of marijuana. Basket's halfway up.
And they bagged up a sample of marijuana and they brought it back. And I'm not sure what they're going to do with it, but they took it back to whoever they take things back to and headed back home.
You guys look like you got a pretty good workout down there.
Yeah, especially when you give me that rotor rod.
My bad, man.
It was satisfying relocating a marijuana field that I've never been able to relocate before. And then knowing that we put a halt to this particular owner's production and distribution of marijuana that could possibly come into the U.S. So it was just very gratifying.
All right, he's clear. The rotor's arc. All right, so the plant's gone?
Plant's gone.
Here in Florida, we're a lot of times called for, unusual cases that we're not used to. So it's good to know that we can call on other agencies from Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, including the DEA, to assist us with protecting the waters and protecting people.
I'm Commander Louis Parks. I'm the Director of OPBAT, Operations Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. One of the U.S. Coast Guard missions is national security. Because of the unique agreements that we have in place here in the Bahamas, we serve right alongside the Royal Bahamian Defense Force on the missions that we fly. Defense Force and police force officers are riding in the helicopters with us. We have a common mission that they protect the national security and the sovereign rights and the sovereignty of the Bahamians. We have a national security interest for the United States, and we come together through some pretty powerful agreements to prosecute the OPBAT missions here in the Bahamas, so it's very important.
Pretty much everyone in the Coast Guard, we joined because we wanted to help people. We wanted to save lives, and we're getting to do that here every day.
Thanks so much for coming aboard. We hope you'll subscribe to the Roker Entertainment channel, and we'll see you for the next one.